Welcome to Easter Chat with the Journalist. I'm Andile, aka the Journalist DJ. And yeah, wow, I didn't notice that the painting was visible at the back. That's the legendary Bob Marley, in the building. So yeah, today my guest is Cuebur, who is, if you follow house music rather, you would know exactly who Cuba is. Young guy, very very talented. He's a DJ slash producer, and yeah, man, he's been killing it since he's been 15 years old. This guy's music has been playing in clubs since he was 15 years old. He's worked with the likes of Euphonic. He's worked with the likes of Shimza, and he's pretty much collaborated with a lot of people in the game. I don't know how many songs Cuba has out, man. He's got like tons and tons of music out. And yeah, he just joined us. Let me just add him. And yeah, today we're just gonna be getting to know him a bit better with him regarding his journey in the music game, and obviously, just speak on the new projects that he has. Cuba, sir, welcome.
Yellow.
How are you
How's it?
feeling today?
I'm good, brother. And how are you?
Hey man, we out here, we good, brother, we good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time, man.
Whoa. Something happened. Technicality.
Yeah, did your light fall?
Yeah, my light did a bit of things, but don't worry. I'll get it working.
All right. Yeah, no, we see
Uh,
we see you're in studio, you're always working. If anything, your work speaks for itself. You have a lot of projects out there, always in studio. But anyway, let me get to it. Earlier, I think last month I interviewed the DJ Cubic, and
yeah.
he said that you gave him the name while you
Yeah.
were teaching him how to make music and DJing. And I
Yeah,
was
that's
just like,
correct.
oh man, that's so cool. That just tell me a bit about the music culture. You're from Mpumalanga, right?
That's correct.
How's the music culture like there? Because I understand quite a few prolific artists come from that side of the world.
Well, I would say there's a lot of talent, but there's not a lot of talent that's out there. Like, you'd find there's a lot of people who are into music, who are good at music, but they're not out there as um, how can I put this? When you have someone who's super good at what they do, but they're needing that kind of exposure to be out there and
Mm.
present themselves. Yeah, there's not a lot of people who are like that high. There's not a lot of
Mm.
people who are like that coming from a. Let me not say Mpumalanga as a whole, but in general, Ikaslami. There's only a few who
Mm.
who actually have this thing in music and actually go out there and do something about it, getting that exposure, getting that work in, getting their names out there. I think I find more actors and actresses coming out of Mpumalanga than producers and DJs. I don't know why that
Mm.
is, but yeah, there's only a few of us who actually tackle this thing in music and say, hey man, we're out here in Mpumalanga, we're also doing music, we're also representing. Only a few, yeah. But the music
Mm.
space, man, uh, yeah, we just lovers of music, man. You know how it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And as someone that's out there, do you feel pressure to put other guys on? I know obviously, guys like Cubic, you help them during the early stages of their career. Do you feel pressure? Do you get a lot of inboxes or calls from guys in Mpumalanga saying, "Yo, put me on"?
Not as much as I used to.
Mm.
But I have done that before, like many times. There are names that I can mention, some I can't. But a lot of people I have, like, I wanted to open up the industry. I've been opening up the industry. Because I'm that guy, I don't mind sharing. I don't mind. helping other people and not looking for anything like in return. I need it because I expect you with yeah, masumnandi now the kind of thing. No, I mean I'm a person who just believes in ukuthi sibantu. I mean, imagine if we in an industry and there's a certain standard that is set to go industry, and then you don't want to share I'm a skill sets or you don't want to share some of the experiences that you've had. Like we'll go like this, nothing's going to be better. I mean, like, let's take for example me. If I were to teach you what I do, like in terms of production, mixing, mastering, all these other things, I'm not just making your life better, only you, but I'm actually making the industry's life better because we're all going to sound like proper. It's better than having an industry full of people who are going to make the industry sound a bit I'd rather share my skills and you better them, you make them your own and create something as of Ansoimbo. I mean, that's creating a good industry for song. It's not just beneficial for me or you or whoever. So I'm that person, man. I've been helping people. I still continue to help people, even though but that's I think this Kazini gave me, I'm that person. I just hey, yeah.
Oh, look, that's amazing, bro. And I love, how you look at it. You're like, you're not just helping that person, but you're just growing the industry. But it can be tricky though, because sometimes, you get people take you for, like for a fool, or they take advantage of you. And,
That's correct.
which is also one of the things that I actually want to ask you about, like what
Mm.
happened to Solomon Linda,
Oh yeah, yeah,
he made like a very big song, but his family didn't get it. He unfortunately passed away poor. So during your process of helping people, how do you then also make sure that you protect yourself? Because I mean, it is your skill, and that's how you put food on the table at the end of the day.
exactly. So I mean, for the longest time, like I said, I've been helping without having this thing of wanting anything back. But after having a few conversations with a lot of people who are like, "Yo, dude, we see you. You keep helping people. You keep cutting grass, mowing the lawn for other people's gardens. But your garden, I want to say that you're not even taking care of it. So who's going to mow your lawn? Who's helping you cut your grass, So yes, we know that you like helping people, but it's always best to start kuwe, qala. Make sure your garden is good and clean and proper before you move on to other people's gardens and helping them and stuff like that. So with that being said, I thought about it a lot. Uguti, you know what? Yes, I'm good at what I do, but at the same time, someone said, Uguti, if you're good at something and someone needs you to do something for them, they need to pay for it. I would see all the time. You need to help, 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 help. That's it. That's fine because that's who you are. You can't change that. But they shouldn't be. You shouldn't be like a doormat. You want a doormat outside. It welcome, and people just they rub their dirty feet on you. So never be that person. If you're good at something, people need to pay you for your time. Because, I look at time as a currency, not just a rand, a dollar, but actually it's cut time. Mind you, 07. This time that me and you are engaging in, this is currency to me. So I always look at it's cut your time. So people need to pay you for your time. I never understood the whole concept of time is money, time is money up until I got very busy, like I got very hectic. That's where now I understand what it means. Mama, the time is money. So yeah, ever since then, man, whoever would require any of my services or Shambe, like I said, they want me to trim their lawn, they want me to trim their gardens. I need to get paid for that because it's a service at the end of the day. I mean, not to brag or anything, but I've made millionaires. I've made
Wow.
millionaires. Looking back, those same people, man, only not even a few. I would count them like one, two, or maybe let me just say one. Out of all
Yeah.
those millionaires that I've helped create, only one of those millionaires, umuntu was like, yo man, mfana, I recognize you ukuthi bokhona through the process ukuthi for me to become a multimillionaire. Now it's time for me to also give back, And it's not giving back in terms of ukuthi na inyugu. No. Whenever he finds some opportunities, he hits me up, yo dog, I got something. Would you be interested in doing this? Yo, there's the budget of this there. They want you to do this. Can you do it? Isn't job, That's how he's repaying me, and I never asked to be repaid. But and then you have the other millionaires that I've helped create, who are just like, nah, dog, ngimnandi ngawe manje. Yeah, angisadingi. And it's okay. I mean, I was doing what I was doing because of me, being the person who likes to help people. So, So yeah. So what I guess what I'm saying is, if you're good at something, you have to get paid for it. As much as you love helping, sharing ideas, and all that other stuff, other people are gonna take what you are giving them and make it something, yeah, well, which is fine. I mean, I don't mind. But there should be a limit because now you need to think for yourself. People are buying houses, people are buying cars, people are living their best lives because of the skills that you shared with them. And they never look back at you to say, I never even got a thank you. But it's fine.
Wow.
It's not like, yeah, I was just helping, But like I said, I don't want to sound contradicting or anything. I'm just the way I am. I like helping, but I also need to look at myself before looking at other people. Yeah.
No. I completely get, where you're coming from, and it happens a lot, especially in the house music community. There's this culture of, helping each other, which is great. But I think because the industry is becoming more commercialized and now they are superstars, I think a lot of house musicians are becoming, they are adopting that hip hop culture where it's like, yo, it's about more about lifestyle now.
Mm.
How do you feel about that? Like, um, having like superstar DJs with fancy cars and mansions and, doing all these fancy things whereby before the house music community was not necessarily about that, it was more about the music and spreading love.
Well, I guess, man, it's changed. Like, if I put it this way, i-industry yakudala neyamanje ayifani, and it will always keep evolving, it will always keep changing. So excuse me. So if being part of a certain lifestyle is now a culture of which derives from other things, but magic's also made popular, like being a DJ now is abumrapa bakdala, where you have the gold chains and stuff, living the life of if it's like that, man, I ain't got no biggie. I mean, people baz pilela, you know. If it's someone whose dream it was to own a big house and have 5 cars and show off, impilo yabo, we are not here to judge. They need to be living their life because it's what they want to be doing. So other people like myself, I live a simple life. I make music because I love making music. It's not about the money. And it has never been about the fame as well. As you can see, I'm not famous. I'm not a superstar. You don't see me on newspapers. You don't see me on these TV shows, living the celebrity life because it's what I chose. It's the life I chose. I don't want to be, hey, boomatabu, flashing money. I'm not that person. Like, I am not that person. No, but you find a good thing. There are people who are like that, and when they get the opportunity to live a life like that, and iyavuma isimo sabo, then why not? I I have no judgment in that. If you feel like splurging, splurge, my man. You only live once, like they say. You only live once, so ungazincisha izinto.
Yeah.
So if yeah, ungazincishi izinto. If you make 70 grand now and you find a sneaker, why don't you spoil yourself?
Mm.
If you find 70 grand and you like, you know what, I want to put this into something, why don't you do it? Do it. So it's
Mm.
all about what people want to do, and yeah, that's cool for me. I mean, I'm cool. I mean,
Yeah.
it's been there. Like the hip hop guys have been doing it.
Mm.
House guys are now making it a culture. It's still fine, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gay,
Yeah.
you know. Mm.
Uh, Tandy Dry is
Yo,
saying
Seth,
that she wants to be a millionaire also. I know you've
she's a
worked with
millionaire
Tandy
already.
Dry.
She's a millionaire
Oh,
already. She
Tandy,
doesn't know.
you've got money. And shout out to Tandy Dry, man.
I don't know.
She's making dope
Shout out,
music.
shout out. Exactly. I
Yeah,
mean,
man.
guys, look at it this way. Look at it this way. Sorry to cut you, but
Yeah.
I mean, I believe with everyone is a millionaire. Why? Here's something. I don't know if it's gonna blow your mind or not, but when you get a chance, just go to your email and just search in your emails for your bank statements and just calculate all the money that has gone through your account. You'll find Uguti, you've been making a lot of money, like a lot of millions has passed through the account. Uguti, when you don't see a million right now, doesn't mean you have never been a millionaire. You've been a millionaire. You are a millionaire
Mm.
yourself. Like calculate the day you opened up your account to the
Mm.
day to the present day, and actually check how much money has gone into your account. You'll see you've been a millionaire. So that's why I'm saying with Sonk is my millionaire.
That's
That's how I look
that's
at
a
it.
dope way of looking at it.
Yeah.
And obviously, I know you said that you don't necessarily follow the celebrity culture and the lifestyle and all that, but other forms of generating wealth for yourself is through brand endorsements and all that. And how
Yeah.
you got your name is quite unique, because you're wearing like a Cuba shirt, and that's how you got your name.
Yes,
So,
that's exactly.
have you ever thought of reaching out to Cuba, the clothing brand, and say,
Hey
"Yo, man,
man, I've been, but it's so long ago with the actual clothing line. I shut that down. Dal. I think the
really
last
doesn't
time
it exist anymore?"
doesn't. I've been trying to look for it. I've been doing research trying to find it. It's gone. It's gone. I
Wow.
mean, there was a shop. I think it was in Rosebank, if not Fenton. But I remember seeing it in 2008, and I think that was the last time I saw it in that was Abu Cuba CUBA. But yeah, I've tried to reach out with the internet and all the other stuff. Nah, you can't find Cuba anywhere. Yeah, you just find the country Cuba.
Okay, I know. You should start your own labels, official TSAs. Um,
Yeah,
so yeah, man. Look, I know that the album that put you out there, is for heads only.
that's correct.
Your collaboration with Marisa Guzman,
Mm,
um, that's one of your biggest songs. So I
yeah.
want to know, like being like when just take me through the process of like being an artist and you things are starting to happen for you for the first time. What was that moment for you when you
Mm.
realized that you know what, I'm actually getting somewhere?
Hey, I can't explain that feeling, you know. I really can't explain the feeling, but it's if I can try to give an example, it's imagine you've been doing something for the longest time and always failing, and then the day you decide to throw in the towel, then miraculously something happens, and also oh, you don't believe like, okay, what's going on now, you know?
Mm.
So that's the kind of feeling that I got. I mean, me now when I did before heads only, I just got like I was back from like super depression. Like 2011 to 2012 was super rough for me. Like I
Mm.
had given up on everything. I mean, the last straw or the last draw. I don't know with English what the term is, but the last thing that made me say, you know what, F it, was in 2012. I think it was 3 days before my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
We got jacked on the N12 highway.
Yo.
Yeah. And the guys who came, they wanted to take the car, but the car is shy top. They couldn't get it. So
Mm.
instead, they were like, you know what, yazina shy labantu lava, you know, that kind of thing. So they robbed us. They took everything.
Yo.
And manje, here I am laying on the ground with a gun on my head here. Ngithi yazini, fuck it, angisanandaba, man. Do whatever. You know, miraculously, I'm still alive. I'm still here today. Ngiyabonga uNkulunkulu nabakithi. Um, So I was
Wow.
coming back from those things. I mean, 2011 was rough, 2012 was rough, and in 2012, that was the last throw where I had a gun to my head. I was like, yeah, well, I'm done. It's done. 2013 comes back. I mean, 2013 comes. Um, I get a call from Amajit, the Soul Candy, like, yo, man, uh, we want to put out a project with you, you know?
Mm.
Um, and then go by a thing of me collecting music that I did in the past, making new music. And then Alan Kid Funk introduced me to Marissa Guzman when Marissa was in the country. And he was like, yo, you guys should do something together. And then that's how we created No Doubt. Ganti No Doubt was the song that was going to actually revive that thing that was dead in me, you know? So we made the song. That the song is the one that's going to be big. We shot the video. Boom. Angola was the number one supporter of No Doubt. Did a couple of shows with Marissa
Mm.
in Angola. Those shows opened UK, in France, and it's all because of one song. And I was like, oh snap! Geez, to think what the last year I almost died, but here I am now, like
Mm.
dudes all over the world, you know. So yeah, it was a feeling of relief, a feeling of happiness. At the same time, I was like, yo, Shruti, I shouldn't give up on this thing. I mean, there's still hope in it, in this whole music thing. So yeah, that kept me going. Oh, boom, thinking Woody, that's just it. No, boom, here's Defected, but yo, dude, you want to license your entire album to Eat Defected? I was like, oh snap.
Wow.
I'm one of the first South Africans to license a full-on album to Eat Defected Records. So that was also like, wow, what's actually going on, you know? So ever since then, the drive
Mm.
was back doing a lot of shows. I did the first Spring Fiesta, the very first Spring Fiesta. I was the very first person to open the very first Spring Fiesta on the main stage. Like those kind of things, man.
Wow.
Like it was wow, okay, things are happening now, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a feeling. It's a
Mm.
feeling I would love to feel again, like when it comes to this whole music thing. But yeah, you know, things happen now. Yeah, yeah. I hope I answered your question, though.
Look, yeah, no, no, you answered your question, man. And I love how you answer questions because, you don't just give one word answers. So that's dope.
Yeah, no
So,
time to be a superstar
you
here, my
touched
man.
on something.
Yeah,
I love the story that you told on, getting the full licensing deal from, Defected. Obviously, that means that now, your music reaches like more people globally. So, um, like South African music is interesting now, especially like house music is very interesting because there's like a lot of subgenres. There's like amapiano, there's gqom, which is unique to SA. There's Afro tech. So
yeah.
looking at obviously being in the space, what do you think? A lot of people are saying Afro tech is gonna be the next wave that's gonna capture the global audience.
Yep.
Some people are saying it's Amapiano. Well, Grom kind of like did with Beyonce and all that. But
Yeah.
if you like looking at all those subgenres, which genre do you think is going to take South African music like on the global map?
I don't know. I don't know because hey, at the end of the day, we make music for people, so it's the people who decide.
Yeah.
You know, so it's the people who decide. I mean, like I am pretty much sure there was a lot of people who couldn't believe Guti Jerusalem would be like a global hit. And Axi
Mm.
Piano, it's not Afrotech, it's not deep tech, it's just normal dance music. Other people would describe Guti tavern music. There were people who was yo. I remember this term. Tavern music. Yeah, you make Tavern music. You make Tavern music. Born a Tavern music. It's global now. So you can never predict Uguti what would be the next big sound. Just do you, just do music. I mean, Master Kechi, shout out to him. He was just doing him and what he understands and what he knows as dance music, of which his interpretation, let me put it that way, his interpretation of the dance music is now taking over the global, it's taken over globally, if you get what I'm saying. So I can't say, the next sound is of Afrotech, the next sound is the next sound, no. We can't. At the end of the day, it's people who decide. It's people who are it's people who make the song what it is. It's people who get it out there to be as big as it's supposed to be or whatever. Everything, it's about people. When I just do you, just do you. If you're an inspiring producer, I mean, there's this thing I'm being told yes, I am Cuba, but don't forget, you've birthed another 20,000 little Cubans who also want the same shine as you, who are better than you, who are greater than you. So that is fine. Don't be me. There's only going to be one me. Yes, I may have inspired or sparked an idea. Take that and run with it. Make it yours, but never try to sound like someone. Do your own thing. Abantu, they love you. They love people who do their own things. Not to manje yo, I sound like Master KG. Yeah, that's the one in Spanish. So is kitchen the Master KG is shy sound. No. Do you, bro. Do you. So yeah, in terms of which genre is gonna take off, nah. Can't say, my man. You can't predict.
But isn't it frustrating though, like as an artist, like, you know, like to be like, yo, man, I understand what you just said now that, you obviously you gotta be yourself and be authentic, but isn't it frustrating so at some point where you're like, you know what, man, I actually want my songs on radio now, it's my time. Like, what do you do when you feel like that?
Uh, Jeez, I've never felt like that ever. I am a firm believer when it's your time, it's your time, and no one else will mess with your time when it's your time to shine. But I guess you're right. There are people who are like that feel that, yeah, this is my time now. Yeah, I am gonna take over. Hey, man, like I said, we make music for people. So don't ever play yourself. Don't lie to yourself. And it's good to have confidence, but don't be a superstar. Don't. Yeah, mina ngisikhogo mfana ngithwembu. Master KG manje I doubt bekatshela ukuthi ngithwembu. I doubt. I don't know. I don't know him, but I wouldn't say he felt himself with the superstar. He was just doing his own thing. Boom, kulu kulu naye, song flew, you know. And not with I'm making examples of Master KG alone. I mean, there's a lot of people who are humble and stick to their lanes and doing their own thing. I mean, Nkulu the song, for example, he was doing his own thing, and till this day, he's still pushing. I like the way he thinks. I like the way he does his things. I like the way he pushes his music. But you never hear about the Cuba who's Nkulu the song. No. All of us, we have our different lanes. And Mo is Katsaku is Katsaku. So for guys who feel like, hey man, it's my time to shine. Now I wanna put this thing on radio. Hey, I got news for you, bro. Like, bro, sis. Sometimes in clubbing, the world doesn't work like that. Sometimes. Yes, sometimes by should to your confidence. You should sell confidence, and if you're confident enough, people are gonna buy into your shit. Sometimes not. You can be confident and you can be overconfident, and once you get to the peak of overconfidence, relax and fun. So bench, back bench lang ngaphandle. So
There's no
yeah,
formula, basically.
I doubt there's a formula, bro. I doubt, man. Like, if there was a formula to these things, fit a trust, a lot of us would have been dope as producers, dope as DJs, would be making a lot of money, would be super famous, would be super rich. But for the mere fact that there's you still find there are people who are doing it. There are people who are bubbling under. They are aspiring. That's the way it should be, man. Akosele kube like a fixed formula for everything. I mean, if there was a fixed formula for everything, like I said, ngabe namanje you own this car, this big Merc G63. I would own a G63. Next person would own a G63 because we all following the same formula. Take the Forex guys, for example. Why do you
Yeah.
think partnering to what we're selling you signals?
Mm.
Because example, they've cracked that formula, but they're selling it to you with in also pop. So imagine if all of us had their formula to pop. It's a Nandi song, you know. So yeah, there's no formula to this thing. I doubt, man.
Yeah, and you know, right now there's a big conversation around music, you know, sparked by Kanye West about owning your masters. And I know it's, you know, it's mostly discussed in other communities like hip hop, R&B, and B, and all that. Um, is it important for an artist to own masters, or is it just one of those trending topics? And I think my question really is, as an artist in 2020, do you need to get signed, or would you recommend someone to do it independently? What's your take on that?
Well, two things with that, man. Um, the first thing, yes, it's important to own your stuff, like super important. I mean, if you don't own any of your material, what happens in 20 years' time? McDonald's comes through, what do you, man? We want to use your song in an advert of ours. You don't own that song. We don't come to you. We go to the people that own it. And the people that own it, they're going to take the bigger share of the cuts, you know, or the bigger share of whatever the budget is.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the importance of owning into Zako. So you have the freedom to do whatever, exploit your music wherever you want to or wherever you feel like generating in revenue for you, from your music. Find business for your music. You know, it doesn't jalo. Like you have Leon to that confidence with the as in, I own my stuff. This is mine. I can do whatever I want with it. GTA can come tomorrow, but you want to hoy your song on one of our radio stations. They come to you. They don't go to whoever. So that's number one. Number two, like you said, now with in 2020, the age of technology, everything is digital. Cool. I remember checking this. There was what do they call these things? Not a webinar. It's something that conference. There was a conference I think in 2014 where they actually discussed the whole streaming thing, digital, how it's going to affect the industry in the next couple of years, of which we are experiencing it now. I mean, let me think how I'm going to say this. I can't just blab things. Um, cool. We in the age right now where people consume music, so you know people we're fortunate to have some people who still believe in buying, but manje no longer buying CDs because CDs manje they slowly, you know. So since it's not dependable iTunes and all that other stuff, but still the mali sibona from there it's not that much, you know. So being an independent, I would say don't sign to a major or any other labels if you feel like you can or you have a team that's going to help take your product out there to people. I mean, people are on the phones almost every day. That's how people consume music. That's how people consume new things. People are forever like on their screens like this, you know. So if you have a team and you have some capital to do things on your own, cool, don't sign. But at the same time, we need to face reality. Our industry right now is it's not promising. It's we actually don't know what's actually happening with the industry yet. And it's quite scary, Wuti, how long will this thing actually last, you know? Um, and we need to be generating income, we need to be making money, but there's no thing of magic, yeah, you're gonna make music and wait for gigs anymore. Then in that sense, and I even spoke to a couple of other artists I won't mention, who are like, yo, dog, man, to be quite real, right now, if you were to sign to a major, it would help because you're able to ask for an advance. So financially, you'll be good, you know. Um, but I don't. I'm not that I'm an advocate or anything, but through experience, I'm signing. It's not worth it. But if you are really at that point, Uguti, Yazin, there's nothing else I can do. I am fine. I don't know. I don't want to say humble sign or anything, but at the end of the day, we still live on this earth. We're still facing challenges. Rent needs to be paid. We still need to take care of a few things. And if you're not getting any gigs and you're not getting any money or royalties from anything, I mean, here we are. We have these power engines. It's like Nati. It's like Nati. You know, they're sitting back, but he's gonna come to us. And eventually life hits, and then who gets to knock at their doors? You come through. Look, man, I want to sign in the next 3 years. I want an advance of 500,000, whatever, whatever. And they're like, yeah, cool. Then you so banji kanjalo. So hey, it's tricky, man. Yeah, but it's super tricky. Yo, that question, I don't know if I'm answering the right question now, but
No, no, no. Look, you're answering it right. I think basically what you're saying is it's a tough, it's a tough space to be in, and sometimes you need to get
exactly.
signed just so that you can get that advance, just so that you can live, because
Yeah,
not all of
and
us are privileged to be able to like make other means. While you're an artist,
yeah, but
some
me,
artists only rely on the music.
I strongly advise not to, you know. Like, yeah, Uksana, man, it's something else, James. I mean, I remember getting into. Now, I'm at the time, I was still learning. You know, you live, you learn. I would sign deals where I would find myself now stranded and not be able to do anything because now you don't have creative control. You are told what to do, you are told what to produce. You know, Baktate, here you are. We like you for your sound. Zwagala. We'll take your sound and see push. When you are Zwagala in deep your sound, and then we tell you no, you're gonna produce like this guy, like that guy. Have you heard this guy's new single? You must go like that. Imagine. I'm not speaking bad about them. I'm a corporate, but to sign, it's an agreement. The word agreement, you and I agree to something, right? So, guys, if you're gonna get deals, check it. Don't be scared to dispute it or say, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like this, change that to this, change this to that. Because at the end of the day, it should be something you agree to and I agree to, you know? So, yeah, it's tricky, man. Don't sign. If you're able to do your things yourself, do your things yourself, you know? Yeah, I don't know, man.
That's good advice. That's that's good advice, guys. Don't sign, okay? You'll be fine. Just hang in there. The economy will come back, and you'll be able to live again.
Yeah,
But yeah,
sorry to cut you also. Let's not just look at music as the one income stream. I mean, we get this all the time. Many people have an email, they keep telling you, yo, we must have more than one uh, income stream, more than one income stream. But they right. I mean, now I'm doing things that I myself am not a professional at, but these things are bringing in money. You know, I'm not just relying on music all time, like full time. Look at now, we're not even gigging. You know, we're not doing shows as we used to. We're not um, getting paid our royalties as we used to. I mean, the streaming services are as double of dub. You know, I mean, like for you to see even a single cent, you need to have like billion streams or some shit like that. So it's ridiculous, you know. So have other forms of income. if you know what you're good with your hands, and I mean, I know a guy right now. He was advertising. Excuse me. He was advertising with he does plumbing, he does paintings, he can do roofing or tiling, all that other stuff. This is someone who's in music, but actually of the other skills that he has. Guess what? There are people who are looking for those kind of skills, and they're gonna pay for him. They're gonna pay for his services. Yeah, well, me now, yes, I'm a music producer, but hey, I'm taking the skills that I have into doing something else. Yes, related to what I know how to do, which is produce music. Compose music for adverts, compose music for a series, compose music for a movie, do final mixes, sound design, izinto ezinjalo. That's bringing in money. I use my experiences. I now mix for other people. I know even though I haven't been producing that much now, but I still have people coming from all over the world. But yo, dude, here's our stuff. It's telling what you send is sounding nice. I mix. You can check out my page, Mixed by Q. Yes, Mixed by Q. I mix. I'm not a mastering engineer, but there are people who love the way I master my own songs. So, Batini, dude, can you please master for us? That's a skill. And the more you do something, the more you learn, and it's like practice. The more you get good at it. I mean, I invest. If you can check behind, I don't know if you can see there.
Yeah, I see.
Those monitors over there are much like super expensive, but I invest back into my craft. Ngobe manje venturing into the whole engineering side of things. I need to sound good. I need to be the best that I can be. So I've invested now. I'm buying expensive equipment, not with izohlala zihlobise. That's final, isn't it? And over there at the top there, I don't know if you see, those are the small iRig speakers, iLouds. They for referencing things like when I do TV, when I do final mixing for TV, movies, series, all that other stuff. I use these. So it's like have other forms of income. Don't just stick to one thing.
Yeah,
With ish, ngilinda ukubhukwa. Ayisaspan much. Ayisaspan
yeah,
much.
yeah. No, that's dope advice.
Yeah.
That's dope advice, man. And look, how, let's say I want to get into like producing or doing music for TV adverts and all that. Where does one even begin?
So it's there's a thing, but it's about who you know. Sometimes that is, but at the same time, believe in your work, believe in your music. I mean, I've been getting clients because of the stuff that I do. Not what I went there and sold myself and tell people would I do this, I do that. No. Till this day, I never advertised myself. Apart from a few minutes ago when I told people with the mixed bike, you go and check out my page. But anyway, before that, before that,
Yeah.
I never advertised. I never told anyone what I mix. I never told anyone what I master. It only comes up whenever people ask me, "What yo, find that song here on Tech Number Ban Ban in your album? Who did that?" And it was mixed. It was mastered. That's how I got those clients. Sometimes people would hear my song, they're like, "Yo, Mfana, dog, who mixed for you?" Then the word gets out like that. So, um, shit. I'm even drifting away from your question. What was your question? Shit. Don't run away. Don't run away. Yeah. Can you please rephrase your question, Foot?
No, my question was
You're
just you
asking. Oh
answered it.
yeah.
I was just asking how do you
How
get
do?
into that space where now
Oh yes.
you're doing stuff for TV or
Yes.
mastering? Yeah, but you answered your question. It's just basically your work speaks for itself and people just inquire about services.
Yes. That's correct. So do your work. Focus on being good at what you do. Be the best that you can be, and work will just come. It will come to you. There will be that person who's like, yazi nyo le athi le nto ngifuna yenze stuff sami sifana njengesakhe. Yes, I did Umshega. Like yeah, for example, Umshega, like I've been working with Umshega for the longest time. I think I started mixing for Umshega around 2015 or 16. But majority of his tracks they came through here, yabona. And that time I wasn't even calling myself like an engineer. No, but umuntu othi, Pincham, I'm working on this. Ngicela ungincede. Yabo, ka. Boom. I became an engineer like that because of other people, especially doing stuff for Amachita around, with
Mm.
clock. People are in the industry, So yeah.
Yeah, man. Second last question.
Hmm.
You just dropped Warrior 2020,
Oh yes.
which is honoring Solomon Linda. Like, why when you spoke about the project, it sounded like it was something very special to you. So why did, and also you're giving 45% royalties to his family.
Yes,
So
that's
yeah, man,
correct.
just tell us about that work.
So it's 45% of the copyright. They will be getting royalties and all that other stuff, but the copyright, they own
Oh, copyright.
45% of it. So with Mbuve,
Oh,
when I
okay.
started when I started music business in 2010, the case study that we did, one of the case studies that we did was the Solomon Linda case, and learning what Solomon Linda did 1, 2, 3 and the things that happened to him. That didn't sit right with me. And I know it's a story that Munya also says because it's true. Because now he started music business, and the case study that he was given as well was Solomon Linda. So we both shared that same sentiment. Geez, man, you can't believe no one was so you rough, And what's
Mm,
sad is such things are still happening. So
mm,
what better way can we show people with the guys be aware of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? It's still happening, and this is we need to stop this. Like getting people getting exploited for their works.
mm,
So yeah, it was a thing of, let me put it this way. Iqale Munya. It was
mm,
Munya's idea first. Munya Moti, check him out on social media as well. Munya met up with Boki and they spoke. Boki out, check him out as well. Shout out to both of them. They met up in Angola at an event, and then they started. They spoke about this whole idea with the Umunya, the Solomon Linda, how we felt, and he would like to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then Boki was the person who was like, "No, I have an instrument for what you want to do. We can make your vision come to life." And then he played him instrument yakona, and then Munya liked it, and then Boki came to me to perfect it. I mean, I added my 50% Nami to make it the song it is. I produced, brought in a musician as well, Keith Snow. I don't know if you guys know Keith Snow. Super, super, super dope, super talented pianist, engineer as well.
mm,
Brought him in, and we had an idea of getting Mahotela Queens on it as well. At first, it was other people I won't mention. Those people, njoba she's ukuthi time is money. Badlala ngemali yethu. And then eventually Satola Bokoko, who were more than happy to be part of the project. And then, yeah, that's how the project came to be. We got together in studio, recorded. I'm actually singing there as well. If you can check out my video on IGTV, I'm
Oh,
singing
dope.
on there. So yeah, yeah. So we did the song and it became what it is, and now we're pushing the song. So getting, and also sharing the message with guys. It happened to Solomon Linda, and it's still happening today. How can we stop this? There are many people who get exploited every day. I mean, now I fell victim of exploitation many times, whereby I would make something, but it benefits other people, and
Mm,
it's not nice. And I mean, I'm sure now, and to live knowing what there are people who are living, having nice life, kumnandi, ba rich, ba a millionaire because of your hard work. It's so right there. I'm not saying I help people, but I'm saying Guti, my actual work, me and Chuluga, when you take that piece of
mm,
work and you make millions of it, and me now I'm a nobody. Nah, you know.
mm.
Yeah, so
Are you talking about ghost producing?
not ghost producing per se. Basically, okay, with me, I made something for me. Cuba, Nandi title. That thing was put on a compilation. A compilation, anyone can be on a compilation, right? So this thing is on a
Mm.
compilation, and on the compilation, it's the song that stands out. The owner of the compilation is like, "Hey man, givela kule ngoma le," and then you go all over the world saying, "What that song is yours," huh? And then
Mm.
you do things, you brand it yours, everything. Me now, when I try to dispute, I'm told to bite the bullet. I was told to bite the
Damn.
bullet. I don't remember the guy's name, but he was an exec from Sony. I remember Sony Music in Joburg. Angelo Tintana,
Mm.
sometimes you need to bite the bullet. This was a long time ago, 10 years ago,
Mm.
or 11 years ago.
Mm.
That's how you learn. So that's what you see. But these things are still happening, bro. I mean, there's a lot of
Mm.
guys who are talented as fuck. Mind my French. But they're super talented. They're still dishing out music and it's working for other people. And they're not benefiting anything. No royalties. They just got paid mhlambe a grand batabambalantwan. They sign Baba sign it's a contract, they don't even know what they're signing. But they're getting that grant. At least they're gonna put food on the table. But your music is gone and this guy's gonna fly and do things and everything with your music. It's still happening. Own your shit,
Mm.
you know? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a problem, man. And I think it's a matter of ethics more than anything.
Hmm.
I just wish that the music game also had hawks who is gonna come and deal with
Yeah.
situations like these.
Yeah.
But but yeah, man. I mean, look, I think it's through conversations like these, and obviously, just raising awareness that people are gonna learn, you know,
Hmm.
about the music game, and I think it's getting there. I think it's getting there. But yeah, back to the music. My last question, actually, the
Mm.
Bridge EP you're offering in 2020.
Album.
Where was your headspace at? When you dropped that project. I know Damba is a big song. There's someone actually asked about it. So yeah, man, that project.
Well, with the album, The Bridge,
Yeah.
it's like I said, I haven't produced for the longest time. So most of the songs that are on there, they're super old.
Mm.
And this album was due like last year, if not 2018. But anyway, yeah, now how it came about. So I did a license agreement near university, and part of that license agreement is this one album. And I was like, you know what, Ngobik Sakaya, let me just do singles to build up for the album. Did a couple of singles, and then this year I was like, okay, now it's time to drop the album because I had a super huge demand for the album. People are like, when are you dropping? When are you dropping? Yeah, well, then I was like to myself, you know what, no more procrastination. People are wanting the album like super bad, so why not just compile those few singles that I've already put out. There's some music from 2016 that's still good. Music from 2017. Let me just put everything on the album, remix everything, and master it proper. And then that's how the album came to be. And yeah, it is the album that you guys know today. Available everywhere, guys. Yes. So yeah, man. We have some, and also I got a chance to work with people who I never worked with before, and that's always been my thing. Wuti, being inspired abantu who are not, I don't want to say not known, but I like working with people who are fresh. Mangiti fresh, as in like you haven't heard of them. I always like being that person who introduces new acts, because I'm like that. I love showing the world with the guys. We have Uzbanban, we have Uzbanban. And then from there, those people also find business. They grow their brands. Then I say, okay, I have Uzbanban, I have Uzbanban. So I've worked with known artists on this one. This one was actually different. I worked with known artists. Maporis is on there, Shasha's on there. Ushasha we recorded Shasha before the whole piano thing became super huge. So mina, I think I lost that bus. Ngokushesha bayaphuma ngami kuqala, ngiyadlala. But anyway, there's Yazira Bells on there. There's Ulizwi. There's Okago. You guys haven't heard of Okago? I think a lot of people know Okago from Durban. I think he's a producer. Yes, he's a dope producer from KZN. But it's not that one. This one, Spanina, is a vocalist. He's a quite artist, actually. Cargo. I worked with the Tagzin. I worked with the Poki Out as well on the album. And Brandon Praise. Super dope. Which is the follow-up single, by the way. Yeah. And also, not forgetting a single, yeah, my current single is Alarm with
Yeah,
Zikon.
man.
Yeah. So yeah. Album, The Bridge. Yes.
Get it. Everybody
Get
loves
it.
Tamba.
The link on my bio. The link in my bio.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what. No, the network is starting to give us problems, but it's fine. I mean, there's only 2 minutes left. I wanted to go through the comments though, but
Okay.
this network is failing us now.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's a lot of comments. Okay, let me see where I can. Okay, bro, I can't pronounce your name. Agason the Beat is asking if you studied music. Yes, he did. He touched on that. I don't know if you wanna elaborate.
Yes. So I'm self-taught everything. Got to Joburg to study information systems. And then 2010, I wanted to further my knowledge on music, so I went to go and attend a Soul Candy Institute of Music, where I was the student of the year 2010. And then, yeah, I guess that was my study. But you study every day. We learn every day. You know, I share ideas with other artists. I share ideas with other engineers and stuff like that. You learn every day. You can't say I stopped.
Wow, man. You come from the Soul Candy era, which was a golden era, and
Amen.
in SA.
Yeah.
Anachi Bondo wants to know what's the difference between masters and royalties.
So royal masters. If you create a composition, if you write music, um, that copyright is yours. That's your master. Or it can also mean a master as in like the final product before publishing it, before sending it out to the consumer. That's what you hold. That's what's yours. Your copyright, your right, your master, your creation, your composition, your works. And then royalties are revenue generated by those works. So I put out a song now, it gets played all over the world, and then the world's like, yo, man, write us an invoice of this much. Me writing that invoice and getting paid, those are royalties.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
from my understanding.
Well put. Guys, unfortunately, we're out of time. But I think you can answer this one quickly. Official Junior SA wants to know how can he get you to engineer his song?
Or you can hit me up on Mix by Q, or you can DM me now on my page, and then I'll just we'll take it from there. I'll give you all the deets on the DM. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time, bro. I really appreciate it. We've learned a lot about you today. We never have enough time, but yeah, I
Ish.
appreciate it.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. It's great to be on your show, and thank you so much for having me. And shout out to everyone who has tuned in. Thank you. Excuse
Yeah,
me.
guys, thank you so much for watching. If you just joined in, this interview will be live on my Instagram wall and also on thejournalistdj.com tomorrow. Thank you, Siyabonga. Good night.
Peace out.